my loves, welcome to my channel. I'm Sophia and I'm going to be your yoga teacher for today. Today's practice is all about taking a nice, slow and steady flow and getting us ready for a nice, deep, juicy night's sleep. So what I want you to do is grab a blanket if you can and just set up your space so it's a nice, relaxing space for you. So dim down the lights, maybe light a few candles, dim down the screen on whatever device you're watching this on. If you can practice near a wall, a door, a big bit of furniture like a wardrobe or something like that, that would be great because I am going to bring in a few poses that work with the wall. Okay, so let's begin. Just start by closing off the eyes. Taking a deep breath in through the nose. Holding it for 1, for 2, for 3, and letting it all out through the mouth. 2 more. Inhaling, filling all the way up to your stomach. And holding for 1, for 2, for 3. And exhaling it all out through the mouth. 1 more. Inhaling through the nose, filling up that tummy with all your breath. Holding it here. For 1, for 2, for 3, for 4. And letting it all go. Taking a few moments here just to observe your inhales and your exhales. As you inhale, imagine you're breathing in some glorious white light, pure energy. So every inhale you breathe in this gorgeous white light energy, and with every exhale you breathe out any negativity, any tension, any bad thought patterns. So you're inhaling positivity, exhaling negativity. A few more breaths. Gorgeous. Bringing your hands to heart center, rubbing your palms together. Placing them over your eyes. Slowly blinking your eyes open and letting your hands fall to your side. Now might be a good time just to take your blanket and to just sit up on it. We're just going to be doing a few poses seated, and as this is a nice slow bedtime practice, I want you to be as comfortable as possible. Wonderful. So once you've found your seat, bringing both hands out to the side. As we inhale, we're going to raise our arms up overhead, gaze rises. Exhale, we release our hands back down to the floor. Inhale slowly with control, looking up, gaze rises. Exhale, arms come down. 1 more. Inhale, arms come up, gaze rises. Exhale, hands come back down to the floor. Inhale, arms come up, gaze rises. Interlacing the fingers here, just giving yourselves a nice little stretch. Gorgeous. Now bringing those interlaced hands towards the back of your head. Slowly and with control, just tilting your head forward, chin comes to chest. Letting your elbows hang heavy. Feeling that lovely deep stretch in the back of the neck. Lovely. Inhale, coming back through center. Right hand drops down to the floor. Left hand comes over to the right hand side of the face, just above the ear. And we slowly just draw our left ear towards our left shoulder, creating a lovely opening in the right hand side of the neck. Every inhale, just breathing into that lovely space we've created. Lovely, coming back through center, we plant our left hand down on the floor. Right hand comes up to left side of the face. Slowly drawing that right ear towards that right shoulder. Lovely, releasing that right hand down to the floor. Bringing your hands onto your knees, we're going to do some shoulder rolls. So we're going to start by bringing them up to the ears. Inhaling, as we exhale, we come forward, all the way back. Inhaling, coming up through the back, up to the shoulders. Exhaling as we come forward. Wonderful. Do this in your own time. This is your practice. Next time you reach the ears, turning it round the other way. So inhaling, you come back. Exhaling, you come forward. Wonderful. Finding neutral, coming into our tabletop. Option here to maybe put the blanket underneath the knees, just to make this a really nice, gentle practice. So knees are stacked directly under hips, hands are stacked directly under shoulders. We've got a little bit of a nice engagement in the core here. We're going to come into our cat and cows. So as we inhale, we arch the spine, we look forward, chest comes forward. As we exhale, we round the spine, gaze comes towards the navel. So inhale to extend. Exhale to round. Inhale to extend. Exhale to round. Inhale to extend. Hold it here. And exhale out to round. Holding it here, really pushing those hands into the floor, letting your head hang heavy. Maybe giving your head a few nods, yes. Shaking it no. Just releasing any tension you have in the neck. Wonderful. As you inhale, finding neutral. Exhale here. Inhale, raise your right hand up to the sky. Exhale, thread it through. Inhale, raise it up. Exhale, we thread it through. Inhale, we raise it up. Gaze rises. Exhale, we thread it all the way through. Right elbow, the right shoulder comes to the floor. Option for your left hand to stay next to your face or extend out overhead. Oops. Careful of your candles if you've got any there. Just breathing into the space you're creating. Chest is open. Wonderful. Walking that left hand back near your face. So we inhale, we raise our right hand up to the sky. Exhale, we plant it back down. Taking a few wiggles with the body here. Just releasing. Letting the head hang heavy. Whatever movement you need to take, just take it. Swaying side to side, rocking back and forward. Whatever your body is calling for today. Wonderful. Finding stillness. Inhale, we raise our left hand up to the sky. Exhale, we thread it through. Inhale, we raise it up to the sky, gaze rises. Exhale, we thread it through. Inhale, we raise it up to the sky. Exhale, we thread it through. Left shoulder comes down to the mat. Right hand either stays near your face or extends out overhead. Wonderful. Sliding that right hand back near your face. Inhale, raising your left hand up to the sky. Exhale, planting it down. Tucking the toes here, we're going to come into our first downward facing dog. Exhale, we come back. Really bending the knees here. Taking a really gentle down dog. Pedaling out the legs if that feels right. Letting the head hang heavy. And take a few cleansing breaths here. So inhale through the nose. And exhale all out through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale all out, finding stillness, really bending through those legs, sending that tailbone up towards the sky. Inhaling, raising your right leg up. Exhaling, planting it in between your hands. Left knee comes down to the mat. Leaving your left hand planted, bring your right hand to your left knee and just open your hip out to the side here, turning your gaze. Really gentle hip opener. Pushing those hips down. Wonderful. Coming back through center. Planting your right hand down to the floor. Coming back into a three-legged dog. Exhaling it down, downward facing dog. Lovely. Bending the knees here. Giving your hips a little wiggle side to side. Lovely. Inhaling, lifting your left leg up. Exhaling, looking between your hands, planting your foot down. Right knee comes down to the floor. I'm using my blanket here. Right hand stays grounded on the mat. Left hand comes inside left knee, just opening your hip out to the side. Nice, gentle hip opener here. No need to push yourself, go as far as your body allows. This is about easing and releasing tension. Wonderful. Coming back from center. Planting your left hand down on the floor. We're kicking back up into that three-legged dog. Exhaling it down, downward facing dog. Wonderful. Dropping your knees down to the mat. Taking child's pose. You can either have your knees together, sitting back onto your heels, or if you fancy taking a wide-legged child's pose here, please feel free to do so. Really working on those hip openers. Inhaling, finding length here. And as we exhale, we drop down to the floor. Hips reach for heels. Resting our forehead down on the mat. Just observing your breath here. We're here for 5 more breaths, so really make them count. Wonderful. As you inhale, peeling yourself up, sliding yourself forward, coming up into your cobra. Exhaling it back down to the mat. Do a couple more of them. So as we inhale, we push up through the hands, we raise the chest. Gaze rises. Exhale, we let it all the way back down to the mat. One more. Inhale, we raise the chest. Exhale, we release back down to the mat. Tucking the toes under, come back into your downward facing dog. Bent knees, keeping it really nice and restorative. Do a few cleansing breaths as we breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose and out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Lovely. Bringing your right leg up towards the sky. Looking at your hands in front of you, bringing your right knee behind your right hand. Right foot comes behind left hand. We're coming into our pigeon. So squaring off the hips here. Maybe bringing your blanket and placing it underneath your hip, just to give yourself some more stability. I'm probably going to need to fold mine again. Lovely. So inhale, find your length. And exhale, just slowly fold yourself forward. Really finding that space that you've created in that hip. This can be a tricky one for some people and can bring up a lot of feelings. So maybe just observe how you're feeling in this pose. If you're feeling uncomfortable, maybe question why you're feeling uncomfortable here. Every inhale, drawing in that white light, positive energy. With every exhale, maybe sending it to that area that you're feeling that discomfort in. We're here for one more minute. Last few breaths here. On your next inhale, peeling yourself back up nice and slowly. Exhale, plant your right hip down, swing your left leg round. Right heel finds the inside of your left thigh. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhaling here. Inhale, raise your arms up overhead. Exhale, we hinge from the hips. We come forward, we're coming into our forward fold. Just hanging nice and heavy here. This is a restorative practice, so you don't need to be pulling the foot towards you or lengthening. The aim is just to, wherever you can reach today, just finding that area and just finding stillness, release, and just contentment with where you are. Five more breaths here. Wonderful. As you inhale, you peel yourself back up. Scooping that left leg back round, planting your hands down in front of you. Sitting back into your child's pose, tucking the toes, coming into a downward facing dog. Lovely, few breaths here. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. In through the nose. And exhaling it all out through the mouth. Last one, in through the nose. Exhaling it all out through the mouth. Lovely. As we inhale, we bring our left foot up towards the sky. Exhale, we bring our left knee behind our left hand, left foot behind our right hand. Again, grabbing hold of your blanket, maybe placing it under the hips here. One side will always feel a little bit easier than the other. For me, this is definitely my harder side. So we inhale, we find length here. We exhale, we slowly release ourselves forward. Again, just focusing on our breathing here. Breathing in that positive white light energy and sending it to any areas that we feel tension or negativity, frustration. Just trying to release. We're here for one more minute. Last few breaths here. Lovely. On your next inhale, peeling yourself up. Dropping down onto that left hip, swinging our right leg round. Left heel comes into the right thigh. Again, sitting on your blanket here if that feels right. Finding some stillness here. Inhaling, raise your arms up overhead. Exhaling, hinging from the hips, coming forward into that lovely deep forward fold. Letting the head hang heavy. One of my teachers always said, it's not about your nose touching your knee. If your nose can't touch your knee, it's not your fault. It's just your nose isn't long enough. Wonderful, coming all the way back up. Finding that wall, wardrobe, door, whatever you found to use as your prop. Placing your blanket just below it. We're gonna bring our legs up onto said wall, door, wardrobe. And just shimmy your bums as close to the wall as you can. Feet remain flexed. Arms come out to the side in a T shape. Shoulder blades come down the back. Lovely. Taking a few breaths here just to settle in. This is a brilliant pose for improving circulation, reducing stress. So if I could prescribe one pose for everyone to do before bed, 5 minutes of this would be it. Five more breaths here. Lovely, drawing your knees into your chest. Slowly and carefully moving your body away from the wall. Coming to lay back flat on your mat. Drawing the knees into the chest, giving yourself a lovely big hug. Bringing some slight movement into the hips here, massaging out that lower spine. Inhale. As you exhale, bring your arms up to the side in a T shape. Inhale. As you exhale, drop both knees over to the right hand side. Left shoulder stays grounded. You look towards your left. Coming into a nice twist here. You're just inhaling, coming back through center, giving yourself a nice big hug. Inhaling, exhaling your arms back out to the side, knees come over to your left, gaze comes over to your right, right shoulder remains planted. Lovely, coming back through center. Taking your blanket, opening it out. We're going to come into our Shavasana now. Just going to keep it really lovely and restorative. So bring your legs out, mat width apart. Covering yourself up slowly and with control, just lowering yourself all the way down. Arms come out to the side, palms facing up. Taking a deep breath in, holding it for 1, for 2, for 3, letting it all go. We're here for 2 minutes. Start by bringing the awareness back to your body. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. Being mindful of any candles you have lit around you. Raising your arms up overhead. Bringing your feet together and coming into a nice deep stretch. Letting it go, releasing over onto one side. Staying here for a few breaths. You're going to inhale, pushing yourself up, meeting me in seated. Keeping the eyes still closed, hands come to your lap. Inhaling here, imagining that white light, pure energy. Exhaling out through the mouth. Bringing your hands to your heart, up to your forehead, and into your lap. Bringing your palms together, rubbing them. placing them over your eyes, slowly blinking your eyes open, palms fall to your knees. Hello. Thank you so much for taking the time to practice with me today. I wish you a beautiful night's sleep. I hope it's long and it's restful and you have beautiful dreams. If you like this video, please feel free to leave a comment in the comment section below or click the subscribe button. It really does mean the world to me. Thank you.